Like he said, this is my first conference and my first time speaking English for people. So bear with me. Thank you for your attention. Okay, the topic I'm going to talk now is what I work in the last year. It's about data migration from to Plone 5.2 and Volto. So at Concept, we have some websites that need to be deployed in the last version, and we have some options to migrate. For Plone 4.3 to Plone 5 Plus, normally use collective Transmogrifier, and for to Plone 5.1 to Plone 5.2, we have the option to migrate this ODB. So maybe we can migrate from Plone 4.3 to Plone 5.1, then migrate this ODB. What happened here when we migrate is that there is a script. If I'm right, Philip wrote? No? Yeah. And this script basically change the structure of the pickles inside this ODB to work with Python 3. So the basic way to deal with it is you run the script in Python 2, in the build out still in Python 2, then you must not start the instance, then you update the build out to Plone 5.2 and Python 3, run the tests, start the instance. That's how basically it works. Sometimes have problems related with interface. Philip talk about it in his speech, and might need to, what happened? Oh my God. Might need to do something to fix it. Another option is to use collective transmogrifier also. What, at least for me, looks more cleaner because we deal with the final database don't have any problem related with dependencies that don't match. So okay. This is how the name Transmogrifier comes. It's about Calvin and Rob's fame. Just he did a joke with a cardboard box and call it Transmogrifier. When something goes inside, get out in different way. Okay. Why we use Transmogrifier? We use Transmogrifier because there are many generic pipelines available for common case. It's easy to use. We have flexibility to deal with different use cases. Some clients have custom data and so on. And it's a brilliant way to use iterator design pattern. So what I see, to understand easily how Transmogrifier works, it have a chain of pipelines. I made a rough example here that we have some objects inputs. I think like it's numbers. So in the first pipeline, we have the source that will give a list of items. For each item, it's modified inside the pipeline, and then it's yielded to the next chain. So starting the source, like in this example, number 1 plus 5 less 3 divided by 2 multiplied by 6, and the end is 7.5. And this happens for all the objects. This is the way it works. Of course, there are some minor things, but the general idea is this. So what we basically make in Transmogrifier, in my point of view, is like if we make a production line. It's The object is the product that will go from many pipelines on many hands, changing a little bit and send to the next one, and then we get the final object working the way we need after migration. The use case, we have three use case. Sorry, I can't show the name of the place, but it's a large university client. The first use case, just a minute. This client, we have not so big database, many custom packages. The build out looks like a Frankenstein. So, yeah. The second client, it's a high profile client website, have many data. Migration takes usually around 4 hours to run. Have some add-ons. There is one custom report object type that is archetypes, and this simple object we decided to split in 10 dexterity content types different. The other client, this is not the website of the client. The website is an intranet and have a third-party system that is we are going to migrate into Plone. So we will have to make a new pipeline, a source pipeline to get this data exported from the system and import somehow inside the website. Okay. So the challenge we have to do here is from Python 2, Plone 3, 5, or 5.1, archetypes or dexterity, old products, sometimes other system. And in the end, we want to get Python 3, Plone 5.2, and Volto. Okay. For clients, the advantage to use this way is that they spare a migration from Plone 5 to Plone 6, at least part of it. Advantage for Plone solution providers, it's a way to sell clients Python 3 upgrade. Like Timo said, we have a new front end, Volto, and it's easier to sell both. It's the right time to do it. So this is our advice, because to sell to a client Python 3, it's costly, but the client would not understand the difficult about it. So it's the right time to try to make this. So at Kit Concept, we have our way to deal with it. We create some packages, 3 packages. The migrator package is the principal package. Oh, sorry. The migration Plone 5 is the principal package. Inside him, there's the Kit Concept migrator and the content creator. The content creator basically is used to create content in the Plone 4.3. We use a JSON structure and create some data for testing. And when we run the migrator, in the end we get the result and test with a smoke test. Inside the Kit Concept migrator package, we have the pipelines, the custom pipelines we wrote, and inside the migration Plone 5 we have a commander utility that we say, hey command, export data, and then import to Plone 5.1, import to Plone 5.2, and after that we can run the tests. In the end, we have a CI Jenkins node, and there the steps are: we build the commander tool. There is a conversion tool in Node that we also build. Plone 4.3, Plone 5.1, Plone 5.2. Plone 5.1 and 5.2 are empty in this time. Plone 4.3, we have some custom data created for test purpose. We export from Plone 4.3 and import in Plone 5.1, 5.2, and run the tests. That's how it works, our Jenkins. And also we have a migration server. This one is the one that, well, now takes around 4 hours. This time when I took this screenshot was 2 hours, almost 3. And basically this Jenkins node, we run it when I push the button, not automatically when there is a comment in the master. Basically this. So we are working on it to finish all the needs, and that's how we test. In the end, we have a website that we can show to the client and so on. Details how we did things. To migrate 80 topics to dexterity collection, we use it. We prefer to do the change needed inside the collective JSONify package. We have a fork, and basically what we do there is, there is 80 topics. We run the Plone default migration on the query to get the new structure of the query, and we prepare the export data to looks like dexterity. So during the import, the data is already ready to become a collection. Okay, the next topic. To migrate the read text HTML to Volto blocks, we created a package in Node that we call the utility, pass the HTML, it convert to Draft.js, and then we get this JSON and put inside the Volto block. For portlets, we did some code to migrate the portlets. At least now we don't use the portlet in the end, but we have in one client there is one portlet with download there that people link a PDF or something like this, and we need to keep this link to use at the other part. But well, the portlet itself is not used. We just take the link and try to convert to UID or something and keep it to use in the new website. And post-migration. Post-migration is something like this. For instance, collective cover. If our client had collective cover, we mark this content type to don't be imported. And after that, we have an empty document, and we have a structure in our code to say, oh hey, in this path we want to overwrite the content with this JSON. So we export the JSON, we do the change online in the website in the Volto. Use REST API to export the data, the JSON data, and then save it in the right structure, something like JBot does to import after migration. Okay, I already talked something about Volt part. Uh, what we need in our use case and is in our code. We use collective folderage types because Volt don't have the idea of default pages. So to keep the same page structure, we have some code that deal with this to the end URL be almost the same. Need to deal with default page. If there's a default page, sometimes I need to fix how to show it. And okay, rich text to HTML draft.js, the node utility. Some content we didn't import, so we create default HTML that just point to the old website so the client can check it and see, oh, this cover page, we want to make it different. So just to be able to check it with the client easily. URLs. Well, inside the draft.js HTML, sometimes we have images or links that have resolved UID. Today, the Volto don't deal with it. So right now, it just pointed at the image, no resolved UID, and we plan to fix it in Volto also. So probably will be something something that you will use the same idea of resolve UID, but with REST API and Volto. Folders. For simple folders, we just show we plan to show just a list of the items in the folder. So it's a simple document with the now it's listing block, not collection. Sorry, the listing block showing what's inside the folder. For collection, it's a document with listing block with the query of the collection. So that's the steps we did. Well, I have some time, so I'm gonna show you. Okay, why it's not there? Just a minute. This is how we work today. So we have 3 plones here, Plone 4.3, 5.1, 5.2. When we run the build out in Plone 4.3, we already create automatically some content, and we wipe the data in Plone 5.1, 5.2. So if I run the test, the smoke test here, we'll get error. So make test Plone 5.1. Here will not have the content type. I still didn't migrate. Just a minute. And after migrate, we get the test passing. We plan to open those code to the community, but it will get some time to polish it before. Okay, error. Then I run make. Okay, import, just import, and then it fire a Plone website and run the import pipelines. It's creating the data that was exported by Plone 4.3. I forget to show the export command. The export command just create the data inside the JSON data. Okay, let's see one of them. Oops. Then the data is exported, collective JSONify, the default way we deal with it. Oops. And okay, I already run the import, and if I run again the tests, it will pass. It will take some time again. And we does the same at both Plone. We does the same both at Plone. Oops. Both at Plone 5.1 and 5.2. That's how it works. That's the environment I'm working in the last year. Maybe I finished too late. You have questions? Oops. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Questions?
Hi, Rodrigo. Thank you very much for your presentation. So that we have like 4 or 5 different ways at the moment by many organizations worldwide using Plone build to migrate it. And one of your modules in here, which will be very interesting for everybody, will be the rich text to Volto conversion.
Sure,
Do you think it will be feasible for the things that you've done now in your migration stream to extract those, for example, this as a separate module that other people can start to reuse in their stream?
The code is really simple. This is the code. Just 38 lines. I'm used the same structure of that is inside the Volto code. Just this part I extracted instead of import and use because I had some problem, but still it was a really simple part. And when I run it, I just pass the HTML and get the GraphJS code. Super simple. And maybe this code should be inside the next upgrade step of Plone, something like this. So when we migrate from Plone 5.2 to Plone 6, should use something like this. Okay.
Other question?
I think I can show this to people. Okay.
So is there a Python equivalent to that? Because for the migration from
I tried.
5.2 to 6, we need to iterate over all the dexterity schemata and put that into separate blocks into a draft.js thingy, and these usually run in Python.
I tried to do it just with Python, but today it's not possible. It's difficult because the code we have in Python for GraphJS is just to do the other part, the reverse. GraphJS to HTML, but not the HTML to GraphJS. Oh, what happened here?
Okay, interesting.
So that's why we create a utility and we fire with subprocess and get the result. And because it's running just one time, I think it's not too much overhead. Okay. Another question?
Another one?
Let me put this again here. I don't know if someone don't take the picture, so. I can show the first part.
Right, okay. Another one?
Uh-oh.
No, just saying. I mean, we have a sprint at the end of the week, right? So if somebody's like interested in that, that could also be a sprint topic. Like start working on like upgrade steps and migrations. It's a bit early, but why not? If people are interested.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.